When you first gaze upon Bronzino's Venus, Cupid, Folly and Time, also known as an allegory with Venus and Cupid, hanging in London's National Gallery, it feels like you've stumbled into a forbidden secret. A scene so seductive and unsettling that it has puzzled viewers for nearly 500 years. At first glance, it's a tangle of gods and myths, glowing with a beauty that feels almost too perfect. But look closer, and hidden details emerge. An incestuous kiss, a monster disguised as a girl, a tormented figure writhing in agony. For a long time, many viewers treated this as a celebration of love's pleasures, yet elements like the scattered masks, the pulled back curtain, and the sickly sufferer have sparked wild theories, from moral warnings about unchecked lust, to chilling references to syphilis, the new plague of the Renaissance. Could this masterpiece be hiding a darker truth about desire, deception, and disease? Today, I'll unravel the enigma of Bronzino's 1545 painting, exploring its symbols, scandals, and the debates that still rage among experts. If you love uncovering mysteries behind iconic artworks, hit like, subscribe, and share your own theories in the comments, because this canvas holds more secrets than meets the eye. Now, let's dive in. Picture this. It's the mid-16th century in Florence, a city buzzing with the Renaissance intrigue, where power, intellect, and art collide in the courts of the mighty Medici family. So who was the mind behind this beautiful chaos? Agnolo Bronzino, born in 1503, stands at the height of his powers as court painter to Cosimo de' Medici, the Grand Duke of Tuscany. Bronzino wasn't just an artist, he was a poet, a Mannerist master who thrived on complexity and elegance. This oil-on-wood panel was likely commissioned by Cosimo as a diplomatic gift for King Francis I of France, a ruler infamous for his appetites in art, romance, and riddles. But why send such a provocative piece? In the Mannerist era, following the balanced perfection of the High Renaissance, artists like Bronzino embraced the artificial, the elongated, and the enigmatic, turning paintings into intellectual puzzles that delighted and disturbed. Now, imagine the scene unfolding before you. Elegant figures twisting in dreamlike poses, their skin icy and luminous like polished marble. The background shimmers in saturated cool blues and greens, punctuated by flashes of gold, coral, and pearlescent flesh. Every contour gleams with obsessive precision, a hallmark of Mannerism's figura serpentinata, those serpentine, expressive twists that guide your eye and pull you deeper into a beauty that feels both seductive and uneasy. This isn't everyday life, it's a staged vision where beauty quietly conceals danger. At the heart of it all, Venus, goddess of love, nude and flawless, her porcelain body contorted in impossible grace. Entwined with her is Cupid, her own son, in a kiss that's tender yet taboo, distinctly erotic and incestuous. Venus clutches a golden apple in her left hand, the prize from the judgment of Paris that ignited the Trojan War. With her right, she slyly plucks one of Cupid's arrows, disarming him or claiming love's sting for herself. Cupid, young and almost androgynous, arches with wings unfurled, his hand grazing her breast. Is this idealized passion or a warning about boundaries crossed? Like so much here, it's both and neither. At Cupid's feet, in the very corner of the painting, is a dove, Venus's symbol of peace and love, an oddly gentle detail in a scene charged with tension. But Bronzino crowds the canvas with more enigmas, a carnival of slippery symbols that demand decoding. Let's tour them clockwise, starting from the bottom right, to uncover the layers step by step. At Venus's feet, two theatrical masks, rendered with brisk detail, evoking concealment and deceit. Our passions, they whisper, often hide behind facades. What truths are we choosing not to see? Shifting upward, a cherubic boy, gleeful and mischievous, poised to scatter rose petals over the lovers, often dubbed folly or pleasure or both. He radiates childish delight, yet seems to cheer a risky game, blurring the line between joy and recklessness. Behind him lurks a young girl, offering a honeycomb in one hand, while her body morphs grotesquely, scaly reptilian hide, lion's paws, a scorpion's tail. Duality incarnate, sweetness masking venom, beauty veiling danger. Scholars call her fraud, deceit, or pleasure with pain. She tempts with honey, then strikes with her sting. Swing your gaze higher, to the right. Father Time, bearded and burdened by an hourglass, clutches a blue curtain. He tears it back, or perhaps shields the scene, symbolizing Time's relentless reveal of truths, or its merciful cover. He's not alone. On the upper left, a hollow-eyed figure with part of her skull missing battles him for the drapery. Her face pale and mask-like, the back of her head a shocking void, known as oblivion of forgetfulness. She embodies the fading of memory, perhaps shrouding shame or letting inconvenient truths disappear. The two figures clash over the curtain, as if wrestling over what should be exposed and what must remain hidden. Finally, left of the couple, a tormented figure, face contorted in a silent howl, clutching their head in despair. Sallow skin, patchy hair, toothless mouth, missing nails, often labelled jealousy, but bearing the marks of illness. Some experts, like those echoing Giorgio Vasari's early accounts, see syphilis here, the French disease ravaging Europe, a grim nod to unchecked desire's consequences. What message is Bronzino weaving? This painting stands as one of art's greatest visual riddles, debated with scandal and scholarship for centuries. The central taboo embrace suggests a lesson on desire's dangers. Love unchecked breeds folly, suffering, and deceit, fitting the Renaissance euphemism, the act of Venus for sex, with disease lurking in the shadows. Yet it's also a meditation on artifice. Bronzino's figures, flawless yet lifeless, warn against trusting surfaces, where darker truths simmer beneath society's gloss. Influential historians like Erwin Penofsky have layered on more, a moral allegory blending pleasure's allure with time's judgment, or even a satirical jab at courtly love. Others, drawing from Bronzino's poetic side, view it as a visual sonnet, beautiful, clever, ambiguous. Time and Oblivion's curtain tug of war, truth exposed, or memory erased. You could ponder for days. That's Bronzino's trap. The work refuses a single meaning: celebration and caution, seduction and sting, as if whispering, enjoy beauty, but beware its thorns, some laced with venom. Bronzino's technical wizardry elevates it all. His brushwork is impossibly smooth, contours razor sharp, transforming flesh into living stone. He drew from mentors like Bontormo and Michelangelo, masters of twisting poses that seduce and puzzle. Notice the subtle chill in Venus's gaze, detached amid the touch, a quiet distance that heightens the unease. The viewer is drawn in, yet kept at arm's length. Since its unveiling, this masterpiece has fascinated and scandalized. According to some 19th and 20th century accounts, the painting was once considered scandalous by curators when the National Gallery acquired it, reportedly veiled over for modesty. Today, theories abound, from plague warnings to ruler jests. Bronzino, the court poet-painter, likely enjoyed leaving room for all of these readings. That's the enduring magic. Whether you see a cautionary tale, forbidden thrill, intellectual game, or unsolvable mystery, the story shifts with every glance, just as Bronzino planned. So, what do you uncover in Venus, Cupid, Folly and Time? A moral slap, a sensual lure, or something else? Which theory resonates most with you? Share in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Thanks for watching to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more art enigmas.